Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to go over today because the latest installment to the game, Into the Unjust, has just released, and on top of that came an array of cool new things, including the Dragonroach that flies through the sky, the notorious Hive Lord that digs through the ground, and new cave diving. So today we're going to showcase all of them to you to see exactly what it is that they look like, what they do, and how you can combat against them. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be so greatly appreciated. And make sure you get involved with our giveaway for super credits. A flame emoji in the comment section will enter you in to celebrate how freaking lit this brand new update is. I've been so excited for it, and now that it's here, I am over the bloody moon. It feels like a completely different game. If you know, you know. Nonetheless, let's dive on into the game and show you guys everything from the new update Into the Unjust. So starting off, we have got the cave diving. Now, the cave diving has given us quite a big twist to the game. A lot of Helldivers over the last year and a half have been begging for the ability to actually do this, and now that they've materialized it, is exactly what we wanted. It is so damn fun, so much so that it makes it feel like a completely different game in the making, with caverns that lead into ginormous rooms, spore lung missions that sit inside of it, and even mega nests that are underground. It is seeming to be quite an enjoyable time. Now, while we're talking about having mega nests inside of these things, the one thing you want to make sure you have always got on you when you are going into these cave style missions is the ultimatum. The main reason for that is pretty obvious. There is a big issue with mega nests, and what that is the Biotitan spawners, and they are definitely in these underground caverns, and you don't have the ability for a 500k tree. So make sure that you do have that ultimatum for you to make sure that you can close off those Biotitan spawns really damn quickly, because it gets really busy in there really fast. As far as weaponry though, you can pretty much use anything of your standard choosing, and in terms of a backpack, I recommend maybe not using something such as the jump pack, but maybe using the warp pack alongside any sort of guard dog to give yourself some support. It is pretty crucial that you do work as a team in here. It is obviously soloable, but to the average Joe, this may well be probably one of the harder missions that you will actively do. And in some of the planets, such as Ocean, it's on every single mission. Like, you cannot avoid these caves and caverns, with side missions and so much more hiding inside of them. Now, there are an array of entrances and exits for every single cave that you go into, meaning that there are so many different ways to get in, so many different ways to come out, to give reinforcements, supplies, and so much more. So make sure you've got your eyes to everything, because you're going to need to pay quite a lot of attention in here. It's extremely dark, so making sure you've got a weapon with a flashlight is pretty much crucial, as there are a lot of dead drops that go straight off of bridges and just edges that lead into a pure abyss. So make sure that you're keeping an eye on where you're putting your feet, because it's getting pretty dark in here. Next up though, we have got the Dragonroach. Now, the Dragonroach is almost like one of your stingrays from the Illuminate. The way I mean by that is it will circle around above your head, and then it will randomly swoop in and spray an array of toxic fire all around the map. Now, this is enjoyable mainly because it's brand new, obviously, but it is also a very cool technique to utilize. They are quite tanky, and they do have the damage that will soak in quite a lot as far as like normal weaponry goes, but if you do happen to have an AT mech around, it takes these things out extremely quickly. I'd say that probably using an AT emplacement will probably do the same thing. I have tested things out with the sentries, and they don't tend to target them all that often, because like every other place in the terminids, there is so much going on around there that it doesn't seem to target it that much. What I would recommend is maybe something such as the spear or the wasp, which does have tracking and targeting. As to when it does fly away, you can still cause that damage the same way you do with the stingray. They are a lot tankier than a stingray, so don't think you can just shoot one and leave it to be. They do take quite some doing, and sometimes they will be arriving in packs of 3 or 4. As to why that's happening, I have no idea, but during one extraction, which I unfortunately didn't get on camera, a lot of you guys will be able to agree in the comment section though, we had 3 or 4 of them swooping around, just causing absolute chaos and carnage, and my lord, they cause some damage. I want to know what you guys are thinking of these in the comment section below, and whether you're actually enjoying the Dragonroaches, or whether they're being, well, a bit of a roach in your thigh. Yeah, that's not a saying at all, but it sounded good in my head. Nonetheless, we're going to move on in to the biggest, baddest beast in the West. We have got the notorious Hive Lord, which is now finally, after nearly 2 years, made its way into the game. Now, the Hive Lord was renowned for being an absolute nightmare in Helldivers 1, and in Helldivers 2, this thing is its own beast. It stands so damn tall that you cannot miss it. Not only that, but it will continuously attack by going under the ground, moving from location to location, popping out, causing a spray of toxic gas, and then going around and just causing slams absolutely everywhere. Now, I've only experienced these on level 10s, which, as you can imagine, alongside all of the other chaos, it is definitely a lot, to say the least. It's probably the most cinematic thing that you will find inside of this game, though. It has been pretty damn unanimous that everybody is loving every second with it. As to how it is you can actually combat it is yet to be a big question. There have been some Helldivers which have managed to take it out, and crazy Mr. Pips himself is trying to currently solo it as we speak, so it's quite notoriously known for being a nightmare. The only way you can cause any damage to it is in the mouth. Now, if you've gone up against this even once, you'll know full well that you have got very limited amount of time to be able to cause any damage on the mouth. So, what are your best ways of going about it? Getting off any shots that you possibly can will be one of the greatest ways with your weapons, obviously, but strafing runs will be your best friend. They obviously gain quite a high traction from above, so even if the Hive Lord is facing directly upwards, you will still be able to get that damage offset on it. As far as anything else, having some sort of commando which enables the tracking usage will mean that you can target it directly towards the mouth when it is spewing directly forward. The ones that don't really tend to do too well will be something such as the Quasar or anything that has a charge ability, because these things have such a massive life pool that it's not likely that you're going to be able to get off enough damage offsets for it. What I would also state is that using mechs can be pretty good, but if that Hive Lord ever targets you in that mech, it is game over. They do this ginormous slamming ability, which will knock you off into oblivion. I mean, just take a look at this. No!
I'm bleeding out!
Oh my god! So yeah, watch your back and just keep getting those shots off. It will stay around for quite some time. You essentially want to wait for the notice period to come up, and then once the notice period comes up, you are going to be attacking that thing for a very long time until it inevitably kills you or you kill it. And yes, it's very difficult to take one of those bad boys out. Make sure you go and have some fun with this. The new update has done so damn well, and we have got the Dust Devils Warbond coming tomorrow, which I think a lot of you guys are definitely going to enjoy. For me personally, the game is at its absolute peak, and it seems that majority of you guys in the comment section definitely do agree. After our video this morning, it has been quite notoriously known to be probably the best update that we've seen in the game yet, and it does not lie with the numbers inside of Helldivers right now at nearly 250,000 players inside of the game. I think this is going to peak up quite nicely tonight. The Hive Lords are definitely going to bring them in. Nonetheless, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe and post notifications turned on, and let's help out all of our other Helldivers. If you have any pointers for anything that we've spoke about today, let them know in the comment section below, and upvote it if you do agree. Essentially what's saying is Helldivers that dive together thrive together, so let's support each other in the comments. Thanks again for watching, like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.